Good morning. Before I get started, um, well, you can't see it yet, so I'll wait to do that. But this is kind of my homage or homage to all the people who have left comments. I'm calling them commenters. But you can see the thumbnail for the video there, I think, and that's me. Let me get rid of me. Now that you know there's a voice behind the video, or a face behind the voice, or whatever. That's the thumbnail. I kind of took everybody's icon and then hand wrote the name of their channel. There's no particular order other than I put D of Art and Tarot by D at the very bottom of the moon there, because I feel like I'm kind of stealing her idea with where she kind of reads off all the people who have left comments to her. So instead of reading them off, because I don't think I speak as well as she does, I decided to do this. Plus, September was kind of a difficult month, I'll just say that. And I needed something to do. And, this was something to do. I learned a lot by doing it, even though this isn't exactly what you would call Disney or Pixar quality animation. It was interesting. So let's get rid of the thumbnail and then, whoops, not a blank screen. Okay. So there you see my moving the cursor around, but you don't see the cursor, do you? I'll go ahead and light these candles. These are the cheesy ones from Walmart. Wow, could I pick the longer lighter? I don't think so. Whoa. Too much coffee. Okay, I lit an orange one and a black one, which probably just changed the colors of everything. Hopefully not too badly. So I'll let that go kind of off to the side there. What the heck? Why would it have done that? I must have tapped something accidentally. Anyway, I'm going to quickly show how I made this little animation to pay tribute, homage, not the one that's the definition that means honor and respect, not the middle-aged definition where you're giving yourself up to some feudal system, not that one. But this iPad here was a gift from one of my sons, and then I paid $10, probably the best $10 I've ever paid in terms of being able to doodle, is for this thing called Procreate, but I'm not advertising for that. As you can see, I've done a lot of these deck-like things, but this is one of my first attempts at it. And the one reason I did this is, as you can see, there's a bunch of layers to do an animation. Anyway, each one of those layers is your channel, as in a person who's left a comment over the past month or so. They added this new thing to this program. I think they're moving closer to being able to do animation like you can do in Blender or something like that. I'm sure there's better things in Blender. And I don't know if that shows up. Too much glare maybe. But you can see that was one of my first attempts where I was in the corner here and then everybody's little icon and their name popped up. But that's not the one I decided to use in the end. I decided this one because one, it's 4K. If it lets me in. There. That's how the final page, layer, whatever you want to call it, looks. And you can move this all around. If you're a paper turner as you doodle, which I am, I'm trying not to make this about art or drawing or any of that, since this is more a tarot channel. This is just a thank you to all these people who left comments over the past 30 days. And there's no particular order to them. I just kind of did it randomly. I did put D first at the bottom here just because I'm kind of stealing. I liked her idea and I'm kind of stealing it. But again, you got all these layers over here you got to do. And I just chose the moon and then put this glow around it. And there was text, but I didn't think that that was all that meaningful to do it that way. So let me just quickly turn them all off, except for that one. Turn the moon one back on. Not that moon. That moon. And we'll turn on the one with D in it and then kind of duplicate it. And then I'll quickly show you what I did. I would rename it to whatever your channel was. I'll just do FFF. And then I would go and I would get an image, like insert a file or a photo, it doesn't matter. Let's pick me. Where's me? There I am. And that's going to bring it in. Then I would stretch it to make it bigger, if I can do that. There I am. And I won't do the part where I collapse it down. I need to pick a color like black to write with. And then I would have written your channel like a slip. I can't write this way, but I took a lot more time with yours. And there is text that you can do if you wanted it to look nice instead of what I just did. But for each one of them, I did that by hand. If you zoom in here, you can see Art and Tarot by D, drawn by hand on the moon curving around. I'm not sure what to say about the people that are on the dark side of the moon. I guess that would be my dislikers. I don't know. So let's get rid of that. And get rid of that. Now I'm back to where I was. So that was just showing you how this was made. We'll get out of here. And get out of here. Get out of there. I only used this thing after getting it as a gift. I didn't know what to do with it because it's kind of not so good at YouTube. It's really not so good at getting your mail. It is good at reading a Kindle book. That's about it for me. The camera part's awkward to use because you got this camera that's like, what, 12 inches by 10 inches or something. That's awkward. So I didn't like it for that. But when I discovered that for $10 I could get this thing to doodle in light, basically, that's cool. So it's a great gift, I think. Let's close this up. Okay. And I've got that case on my own. You have to have a pencil, which is like $100 or something. So I had to buy that and $10. And for $110, I can doodle all I want. But let me show the end result really quickly, even though I'm going to also upload it as a video just so you can watch it. I mean, it's not very long. I think it's like a minute and a half or something. So let's change this and then it'll start. What you're seeing here is what'll get uploaded. I guess I'll call that part 2. And I'll let this go and try to shut up or think about what I was going to say next, if anything. I guess I'll show that next. Sorry, I keep bumping the microphone. The microphone really should come from the ceiling, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So hopefully this isn't super impressive exactly, but hopefully the people who have left comments will appreciate a thank you. I guess that's the best way to say it. They give you all these choices. You could have made it an animated GIF with a GIF, which I'm sure everybody's seeing, or a PNG, which I didn't even know you could do that. But I just made it an MP4, which is a video you can upload to YouTube. And there it was. And now it's done. So let's go back here. And what was I going to talk about? Let's look at my notes. Autumn decks. I'll make that separately. Homage to commenters, animated icons and names. I just showed that. Other channels. I think I'm at 10 minutes, so I'm going to save that for another one. But I did do this doodle where I was thinking about some quote I saw somewhere. What if there were some things on the other side that was trying to get through to us just as much as we are trying to get through to them, and with as little success? So I guess that's kind of a veil. That's the other side with the things, some things, which some people just say is your ancestors. Probably true. And then here's us, just a doodle. I did go see the movie Joker, which I won't give anything away about, but there's not much to give away exactly. It's not what you would think it would be, even though it's from DC, Superman, Batman. It's not that at all. It's more like Jung made a movie about shadow. I don't see anything else that I wanted to say. My idea of a spiritual burrito, which was or a jelly roll, I guess, where people in a lot of videos seem to roll science, religion, and myth all together, and it gets to be a bit confusing, as if they're overwhelmed by all this knowledge that they feel they've obtained. I don't know. That sounds judgmental. It's not meant that way. I did start watching The Handmaid's Tale on Amazon, I think it is. But I found it kind of disturbing, especially the first 4 episodes are a lot of torture in there. And for me, it brings back some past memories, especially how often they just have focus on the creak of the floorboards as people are walking around in that house. Often there's a tick-tock of a clock. There's these long, awkward stares and looks between the actors. I'm not saying it's not well done. It is well done, but it's just those 4 episodes were tough. I kind of stopped for a while and then resumed again. And in those silences, it reminds me of that quote, like moonlight on a gravestone. I think it's Irish. What was really bothering me a lot was all the closets with doors on them. I'm not a fan of the closets and doors. And I just did the homage. So I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. So I'll just end with that. And hopefully, and thank you to everyone. Hopefully this isn't in some way offensive or possibly one of the poorest done animations you've ever seen, but I'm still learning, and it's fun to learn new stuff. So with that, I will wish everyone peace. Maybe bring me back and do it that way. Let's try that. Oh yes, I'm above the candle. So with that, I will say peace and enjoy.